Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some New York Yankees baseball here on July 6th. We got the Cleveland Indians coming to town taking on the New York Yankees. And the starting lineup for the Indians are leading off playing second base, Johnny Temple. Batting second, playing center field is Don Dillard. Batting third, playing left field is John Franco. Batting fourth, doing the catching is John Roman. Batting fifth, playing right field is Willie Kirkland. Batting sixth, playing third base is Bubba Phelps. Batting seventh, playing first base is Victor Power. And batting eighth, playing shortstop is Mike Delahose. And batting ninth on the mound, pitching for the Cleveland Indians is Dick Stigman. Now let's take a look here at the New York Yankees starting lineup for July 6th. Leading off, playing second base, Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing shortstop's Tony Kubek. Batting third, playing right field's Roger Maris. Batting fourth, playing center field's Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing first base is Bill Skowron. Batting sixth, doing the catching is Elston Howard. Batting seventh, playing left field is Bob Serve. Batting eighth, playing third base is Clint Boyer. And on the mound, batting ninth, doing the pitching is Bill Stafford. Let's get down here to Yankee Stadium, folks. Excuse me, and get this game started. Hi, Tim and Philip. Cool. Philip's going to be doing some 1919 baseball, he said. And here's Johnny Temple lead off the game. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Mick's out there covering the ground. He camps under it and makes the catch for out number one. One up, one down here for the Indians. Brings up Don Dillard now. And he gets a hold of this off of Bill Stafford. And he drives that ball up the middle there in the right field for a double. Maris gets over, throws it in. So we got Dillard down at second with one out here for John Francona. Here's the pitch to Tito. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And the runner will hold as Mick gets to it, not deep enough. So that's two outs now with Dillard down at second for Roman. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Rogers got it. So the double comes to nothing as the Indians leave 1-1. We get to the bottom of the first. Cleveland, nothing. The Yanks coming to bat. Richardson, Kubek, and Maris here in the first. And Bobby gets a hold of this, drives that ball in the right field, goes the other way with it. That's a leadoff base hit for the Yanks. Let's see if they can make something happen here in the first. Brings up Tony Kubek now. Tony's hitting .292 on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike three. Tony goes down on strikes. Brings up Roger now with one out and one on. And that ball is hit down the third. The only play will be over to first. So Bobby gets in the scoring position for Mick, but there's two outs now. And here's Mick. He's batting .308 on the year. And that ball is hit down the second on a line drive right at Temple. He makes the catch. And the Yankees leave Bobby down at second. We go to the top of the second. It's 0-0. We got Kirtland, Phillips, and Power due up here for the Indians. Here's the pitch to Willie. And that's going to be hit down the third. Boyer's got it. Throws over the Moose. One out. Brings up Bubba Phelps. And that's going to be a line shot in the center field. And Mick doesn't have to move, folks. Takes a base hit right away from Bubba Phelps. And that's a quick 2 outs here. Brings up Victor Power now. And that ball is hit into the gap in right field. Mick's on his horse, tracks it down. Two nice plays by Mick, takes away two base hits. And the Indians go down 1-2-3. So we go to the bottom of the second. We got Scourin, Howard, and Serve due up here. Here's the pitch to Scourin. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Moves. Goes the other way and drives it in the right. Kirtland throws it in. Now Howard's up with the Moose down at first. See what Elston can do here. And that's going to be a strike one on Scourin. He doesn't get a jump. Wouldn't want him stealing anyway. And that's going to be a base hit, infield hit by Howard. Sure, that was a slow roller down the third for a man like Howard to be able to beat it out. Good play by Elston. Howard hustling down the line. So we got first and second, folks. Nobody out for Bobby Serve. Here's the pitch to Bob. And he's going to keep this hit parade going, folks. And that's going to load the bases up as that ball's hit in the left field. Bases loaded now for Clint Boyer. And the Indians are going to play the infield back here. Got a lot of slow runners on the bases. Trying to cut the run off and maybe even still get a double play, even with the infield in. Here's the pitch to Boyer. And that's not going to work, folks, as that ball's hit over first base. And that'll keep the bases loaded. We go station to station here, folks, with these slow runners on. And we got the bases juiced here for Bill Stafford. Nobody out. Again, the Indians are playing back. Think they can get two. Here's the pitch to Bill. And we don't need no stinking DH. Bill squares this ball up, folks. And that ball is back. That ball is deep into left field, rolling around out there in Death Valley. And that brown-eyed, handsome man's turning second. He's headed to third. Here comes the throw from Francona. And Bill Stafford's in there with a base clearing triple, folks. Who needs these stinking DHs, folks? When you got pitchers that know how to handle the bat, and it's 4-0 Yanks, just like that. And still nobody out. Cleveland will bring the infield in now. And here's Bobby Richardson. And that ball is squared up. It's just a hitting fest here for the Yanks. They turn the power on today, folks. That's for sure. And that ball is hit in the right field. Bounces off the wall. Almost a home run for Bobby. Not quite. And that'll score another run. And still nobody out, folks. Sure. Cleveland goes out to talk to Stigman. It's the second inning, and they're already got a guy up in the bullpen. It's Latman. Sure. Here's Tony Kubek up now. The Yanks have done scored 5. See what Tony can do here. Keep this parade going or what? And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Is that deep enough to get Bobby over? No, that'll be the first out here in the second. One down. Bobby Richardson at second for Roger. Roger grounded out the third his first time up, folks. And he's going to... And that ball's hit into the ground, and Roman's up with it. He bobbles the ball, and everybody's going to be safe, folks, on the air. And Bobby Richardson's going to go down the third. We got first and third now with one out for the Mick. So Mick's up now. He's 0 for 1. He lined out the second his first time up. Here's the pitch to Mantle. And kiss that baby goodbye. That's a no doubt about it. Mick turns on that pitch, folks. Drives that ball down the line. Home run, Mickey Mantle. And just like that, it's 8-0, folks. Woo. The Yankees have gotten the power machine running today. And it's 1 out for the Moose as they have batted around, folks. This is the 10th guy to come up to the plate. Moose singled his first time up in this inning, and that's going to be it for Stigman. They've seen enough. They're going to bring in Latman. Sure, and Stigman can't even get out of the second inning. Latman is going to have to pitch some innings here for the Indians. They don't want to waste their bullpen on this game. See if Barry can get some outs here. Like I say, the Yankees have turned the power on today, folks. Sure. This game got out of hand in a hurry. 8 runs in this inning. Here's the Moose. And the hit parade keeps coming, folks. As that's a ball hit in the left field. The Moose is on again this inning. How about that? 2 for 2 in the inning. Brings up Elston Howard. Howard's 1 for 1 in this inning. He singled. See if Elston can keep it up here. That's going to be a pop-up in the infield. Now that's going to be a swing and a miss. Sorry, folks. Latman's got the Y. So that's strike count number 1 for Latman. That's 2 outs here in the second. Here's Bob Serve. He's 1 for 1 in this inning. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Dillard makes the catch for the final out, but the Yanks score 8 on 9 hits here, folks. What a shellacking. We go to the top of the third. 8-0 New York. Delahose, Latman, and Temple due up here in the third. Here's the pitch to Delahose. And that's going to be hit down to Quebec, over to Scourin. And that's out number 1. And that brings up Barry Latman now. Came in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Boyer. He throws from the line over to Moose. Quick 2 outs. And that brings up Johnny Temple. He's 0 for 1. He flew out the Mick his first time up. And that ball is hit the center field again. Mick takes a few steps in, makes the catch. And that retires the side, folks. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the third. We got Boyer. Stafford and Richardson due up here in the third. Here's the pitch to Clint. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And Phillips at third makes the call. Camps under it. 1 out. Bill Stafford up now with that 3 RBI triple. Here's the pitch to Bill. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Bill 2 for 2, folks. How about that? Bill standing down there at first rather, with 1 out for Bobby Richardson. Bobby's 2 for 2. He's doubled, scored, and got an RBI today. And that is going to be hit down the second. Temple up with it. Fires over to Delahose, over to first. Not in time. Bobby's safe, but they do get the lead runner, folks. That brings up Quebec now with Richardson down at first. Here's the pitch to Tony. And their defense ain't even trying to help them out here, folks. That ball is hit down the second. Temple throws that ball away. That's going to let Bobby get down the third. And we got first and third now, folks, with 2 outs for Roger. Roger's up now. He's 0 for 2. He's probably the only Yankee that doesn't have a hit, folks. And he still doesn't have a hit. As that ball is hit down the first, he'll toss it over to Latman covering, and that'll end the inning, folks. The Braves leave Bobby and Kubek on base. We go to the top of the fourth. It's 8-0 Yankees. We got Dillard, Frank Cone, and Roman due up here for the Indians. Here's the pitch to Dillard. And that is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out here in the fourth. Here's John Francona. He's 0 for 1, flew out to Mick his first time up. He hits this one down the Boyer, over in the hole, makes the grab, throws the Moose, and that's a quick 2 outs. That brings up John Roman now. The Johns are 0 for whatever because Roman's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Mick takes a few steps back, makes the catch, and that retires the Indians, folks. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We got Mantle, Scourin, and Howard due up. Here's the pitch to Mick. Mick's 1 for 2 with a home run. And he hits that ball on the ground down the third. Phelps is up with it, fires over the power. 1 out. And here's the Moose. The Moose is 2 for 2, 2 singles in the second. And that ball is hit down the short. Della Hose is up with it, fires over to first for out number 2. Here comes Mr. Howard. Howard's 1 for 2 and scored. And that's going to be a pop up on the infield. Bubba's calling for it. And that'll be out number 3. The Yankees go down in order, folks. 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the fifth. It's Kirtland, Phelps, and Power due up here against Stafford. Kirtland is 0 for 1, and he hits that ball down the first. Scourin's up with it, calls Bill off, takes it himself, and that's out number 1. And here comes John Phelps. And that is hit in the left field. Bob Serve in the gap. Camps under it. Out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the fifth. Brings up Vic Power. He's 0 for 1. He's flown out to center his first time up. He's going to give him Roger Maris a run for it. Roger tracks it down. 1, 2, 3 goes the Indians. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's still an 8-0 game, folks. Serve, Boyer, and Stafford due up here. Here's the pitch to Bob. And that's going to be popped up on the infield. Again, Bubba gets it. He's been a busy man today. That is 1 out. That'll bring up Clint Boyer now. And Clint hits that ball in the left field near the line. Franco goes over, runs it down for out number 2. And here comes the man. He's doing a perfect job here today, pitching a shutout and 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. And he ain't done, folks, because he squares this ball up. And that ball is driven into right field for a base hit. Bill Stafford's 3 for 3, folks. Sure. Jeez, you Pete. Talk about a career game. He's having it. So Bill's down at first with 2 outs rather for Bobby Richardson. Bobby's 2 for 3. And he gets a hold of this one too, folks. Drives it in the right field. Stafford will mosey on down the third with 2 outs. So we got first and third for Tony Kubek. See if Tony can add insult to injury and put some more runs on the board here. He's 0 for 3. And he's going to stay 0 for 3. That ball's hit back to the mound. Latman's up with it, throws over to first, and the Yankees strand too, but still lead 8-0, folks. We go to the top of the sixth. We got Della Hose, probably a pitch hitter for Latman, and then Temple. Here's the pitch to Della Hose, and that's a fly ball in the center field, and Mick down there in Death Valley makes the catch, 1 out. Have a pitch hitter here for Barry. See who's going to come on here to pitch hit. We need base runners. Guess Bob Neiman's going to come out here to pitch hit, folks. There's Bob. 1 down, nobody on for Neiman. And that ball is hit down the second. Bobby Richardson's up with it. He throws him out at first for the 2nd out of the inning. Gets us back to the top of the order, and Johnny Temple. And Johnny's 0 for 2. He's flown out to center both times up. And he tries something different here and walks. I think that's Stafford's first walk, isn't it, folks? I believe it is. Yep, that's his first walk. He's got 1 walk now and 1 strikeout. Just pitching the contact and letting the Indians get themselves out. Brings up Dillard now. He's 1 for 2 with the only hit of the game, a double. And that ball is hit in the left field serve. Runs after it and makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. The Indians leave Temple down at first. We go to the bottom of the 6th, folks. And the Indians need a pitcher here. And they're going to bring on Funk's going to come in here to pitch. See what Frank can do against this Yankee lineup. He'll be facing the big boys, the M&M boys, and then scouring. First up is Roger. Here's the pitch to Roger. And he greets him. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone, gone, gone. Home run, Roger Maris. No doubt about her, folks. He turned on that one. Welcome to the game, Frank Funk. And it's now 9-0 Yankees. Here comes the Mick. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Mick's on for the 2nd time here today, folks. He's homered and now singled. So they're greeting Funk rather rudely. Brings up the Moose. The runner on at first now for Scouron. And that's what the Indians was looking for, a ground ball down the short. Della Hose has got it. Over to Temple, over to Power. That's a 6-4-3 double play, folks. It brings up Howard now with nobody on. Howard's 1 for 3 and scored. And that ball is going to be hit down the 3rd. Phelps up with it. That'll end the inning. But the Yankees score 1 on the Maris home run. We go to the 7th inning. It is now 9-0. Francone, Roman, and Kirtland due up here for the Indians. Here's the pitch to John. And that's a ground ball down the 2nd. Bobby Richardson's up with it. Throws over to Bill. 1 out. Oh, wow, is right, Tim. Here's Roman now. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out the right and center. And that's going to be hit in the center field. And again, Mick's on his horse, chases it down and steals another hit away from Roman. Nice job out there in center by Mick today. Brings up Kirtland. And that's going to be ball 4 to Kirtland. He walks. Brings up John Phelps now with 2 outs and Kirtland down at first. And Bubba's 0 for 2. And he's going to ground that ball down the third. Boyer's up with it. He throws the long way over to first to get John. And the Indians leave another one on. We go to the 7th inning stretch. We got Serve, Boyer, and Stafford due up here for the Yanks. Here's the pitch to Bob. And that is hit down the short. Delahoe's up with it. Over to Power for the first out here in the 7th. Brings up Clint Boyer. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI and scored. And he hits that ball down to Delahoe's. And that's 2 easy outs. They might want to pick on somebody else. And Bill Stafford's up again, pitching a 1-hit shutout and 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs, folks. What a game by Stafford. And here it's going to be his first time not reaching base, folks, as that ball is hit down to Delahoe's again. Said to pick on somebody else, and they didn't. So Delahoe sets a record shared by many. 3 assists in the inning. We go to the top of the 8th. It is still a 9-0 game. Power, Delahoe's, and Funk due up here in the 8th. Here's the pitch to Vic Power. And that's hit down to Clint Boyer at third. 1 out. Yeah, exactly. The Jets are flying, is for sure. Balls are just flying out of the park if you're in the pinstripes. Here's Mike Delahoe's. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to short and flew out to center. And that ball's going to be hit down to Boyer again. Boyer's up with it, fires over to first for the 2nd out. And that'll be it for Funk. A pitch hitter for him. And let's see here. Guess they'll bring in Jimmy. Jimmy will come in here to pitch hit. With 2 outs and nobody on. And that's going to be hit down the 2nd. And Richardson's got it. And that'll be out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 9-0 Yanks, folks. Let's see who's going to come on here to pitch for the Indians. Probably be Locke. And we'll bring in Bob Allen. Bob Allen's going to come in here and pitch. He'll be facing Richardson, Quebec, and Maris, the top of the order here in the 8th. Bobby is 3 for 4, having a great game, folks. And he hits that down, he hits that back to the mound, don't he? Yep. So Bob's up with it, fires over the first for out number 1. Here comes Tony Quebec. Tony's 0 for 4. He don't want to be the only Yank without a hit here today, folks. But he's going to be, because he hits that ball in the left field. Frank Cona's out there, makes the catch. Tony goes 0 for 5 today, folks. That brings up Roger. Roger's 1 for 4 with that home run. And now he says, how about 2 for the price of 1 today? That ball is deep. That ball is far. That ball is gone, folks. Roger Maris with 2 home runs today in a 10-0 game. Phew. Man, we're not fooling the M&M boys today. That brings up Mix 2 for 4 with a home run. Let's see if he can get 2 today and keep up with Roger. No, he hits that ball down the temple, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. But the Yankees score another one on the Roger Maris home run. We go to the 9th. The Yanks lead by 10. Top of the order due up here for the Indians. Temple, Dillard, and Francona. Here's the pitch from Stafford. And that ball is hit down to Quebec. He fires over the first. 1 out. And Don Dillard's up now. And that ball is lifted in the left field. Serve barely takes a step to his left. Makes the catch. That's out number 2. He's got the only hits Dillard did in this game so far. Here's Francona down to their last out. And that's popped up behind home plate, right up the chute. Howard throws the mask off, makes the catch, and that's your ball game, folks. What a slog. Sure. The Indians got scalped today, folks, by the Yanks. Let's take a look at this box score. Unbelievable's right. I hear you, Tim. That's pretty good. I don't like spiders and snakes. All right, let's take a look at the box score here. You got the Indians, no runs on 1 hit and 2 errors. What a difference. The Yankees, 10 runs on 15 hits and no errors. Like I say, Dillard was the only one with a hit. It was a clean double. And that was back in the 2nd inning, I believe. 1st inning. Yep. And after that, they was shut down. Just 2 walks after that, folks. Whew. What a game by Bill Stafford. The Yankees, look at this, folks. Like I say, Tony Quebec was only 0 for 5. You had Howard, Serve, and Boyer as the only ones with a 1 hit. Sure. Bill Stafford, 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. The Mick, 2 for 5, 3 RBIs. And Roger, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. Shoo. And the Yanks only left 6 on. And poor Stigman, 1 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs, 7 of them earned. Struck out 1, gave up 1 home run. Latman come in, shut the door for his 3 2/3. 4 hits, struck out 1. Funk come in, gives up the home run to Roger. 2 hits and a run. And then Allen came in and gave up the home run to Roger. 1 hit. All right, Tim, you have a good one, man. Yeah, what a game. And look at this. Bill Stafford, a 1-hit shutout, folks. Walked 2, struck out 1, just pitched to contact. And like I say, going 3 for 4. Can't beat that game. What a masterpiece that was. Alrighty, let's do some fast play here in the American League. We got the Tigers going up to Boston to take on the Red Sox. See what happens here. And sure, Tigers win a slugfest of their own. The Tigers 9 runs on 12 hits and an error. The Red Sox 6 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Then we got the White Sox traveling to Kansas City to take on the A's. And let's see, 17. Geez, you Pete, this is a day day for runs, and the A's had 5 errors. The White Sox 17 runs, 12 hits, 1 error, and the A's 2 runs on 6 hits and 5 errors. Let's see how many of them 17 runs was unearned, folks. 13 unearned runs. Unbelievable. Walker, 2 innings, gave up 6 runs, all of them unearned. Let's take a look at the scorecard here, folks. Sure. Started off with a walk in the second, then an error by who was playing third? By Casey. Then a single, a walk, a base on balls. Well, first it started out, he gets the first 2 outs. Sorry. He gets 2 outs, an error on Sebring at first base, then an RBI single, then a base on balls, and then another error by, like I say, Casey. Then a single, a base on balls, sure, a single, a walk, a hit batter, and finally, on his second at bat, he grounds out the third. Sure, what a crazy inning that was. 6 runs. And then they scored 9 in the 6th. Look at that. Oh, let's see where that started at. Started off with a single, sacrifice, strikeout, base on balls, a single, an error, a sacrifice, an error, a base on balls, and then a grand slam home run, folks. Woo! Crazy, man. Crazy innings. 15 runs. And out of those 15 runs, how many was earned? Let's see here. Two, 4 of those runs was earned in those 2 innings, folks. Sure. Crazy. That is a crazy game. 17 runs, and only 4 of them earned. Gave that game away. We go to the Angels, traveling to Minnesota to take on the Twins. And the Twins win big. The Angels 1 run on 6 hits and 1 error. The Twins 6 runs on 12 hits and no errors. And the last game in the American League is right down I-95. You got the Orioles taking a bus down to Washington to take on the Senators. And the Senators win big. The Orioles 2 runs on 8 hits and an error. The Senators 6 runs on 9 hits and an error. Let's check out the standings here, folks. Yankees are 5.5 games up on the Tigers. Baltimore falls to 7.5 games back. Minnesota Twins are 9 games back. White Sox 11.5 games back. The Los Angeles Angels fall to 15 games back. The Red Sox fall to 16.5 games back. The Indians fall to 19.5 games back. And the Senators get out of last place by half a game and put the A's in last place. The Senators are 25 games back, and the A's now are 25.5 games back. Rocky Cottavito still leading the league in average with a 340 average. Roger just increased his home run lead to 33 today over Jim Gentile. He hasn't hit a home run in a while. Mick adds another one, gets to 28. Norm Cash now with 79 RBIs leading the league, but Mick's right behind him with 77, and Moose with 76. Close race there for the RBI. Take a look at the pitching here. Jim Bunning still leading the league with a 1.95 ERA. And he has 14 wins on the year. Whitey's right behind him with 13. Luis Aurora's got 17 saves, folks. Bill Stafford, he's second in ERA after that shutout, folks, with a 2.10 ERA. Starting to get close to Bunning as being under 2 runs a game. Not bad. Not bad at all. You got Norm Cash still leading Mick just by a few votes in the MVP running. And Jim Bunning's taking over the Cy Young right now over Whitey Ford. Roger Maris is hitting .350 in his last 10 games with 13 RBIs and 14 runs. Mick's hitting .366 in those same 10 games, folks, with 13 RBIs and 10 runs. Sure. And former Yankee Danny McDermott's been pitching well. His last 10 innings, 0.84 ERA. Who has the longest hitting streak right now? Yaz does with 15. Mick's got a 9-game hitting streak, folks. The longest on the year so far is Jimmy. And Yaz is second with his current hitting streak. Alrighty, folks. I want to thank Tim D and Philip Reynolds for stopping by today here at Yankee Stadium. Philip says he's going to be doing some 1919 baseball here tonight. Check that out. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And on your way out of Yankee Stadium, hit that bell, like, and leave a comment, folks. And y'all have a great day. Until next time, y'all take care.